Hi, this is Ezekiel, founder of Asiaforexmentor. So in this video, I'll be revealing what I do on a weekly basis, and I'll be sharing my analysis for this week, which is the 9th of May 2016. So you can refer to this video throughout the week to spot for trade setups. The analysis in this video will be my trading plan for the week. So in my weekly analysis videos, I'll be sharing pairs that are possible setup for the week or pairs that are worth taking note. Okay, so here's the first pair. Which is Gold, XAU USD. So for Gold itself, I mentioned this a couple of weeks back prior to the outbreak, where we can see Gold making an uptrend among the recent days or recent weeks. So here was the initial lower lows. You see, this was the highs. It make a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and up to this point when eventually closed above the previous high. This was the break that we are actually looking at, and from that moment onwards, we're actually looking to go long on Gold, which is did. So you went up all the way to my white line over here, which is a good strong rejection area, as we already know. So price has been hovering around my white line and my blue dotted line, and this is a weekly time frame, and price has not closed by far above my white line for several weeks to months. So it is only the previous week whereby it did a big long close above the white line and also above all the previous highs, and last week itself it formed a little pin bar itself. So all in all, if I zoom out all the way for Gold, we can notice it's that it has been a long time since price crossed my orange line or my middle Bollinger Band. So here was the last time it crossed back in 2012 to 2013 after a previous. So the previous time it crossed over, it shot up into an uptrend, and then after it crossed over this area, it went into a downtrend. So now it's now crossing the middle zone once again. So this could be a start of an uptrend for Gold itself on the longer term view. Of course, along the way, price may go down, may take a little dip, a little retracement along the way, but as for what we are seeing now on the technical analysis, Gold it's now on its way to move its way upwards. So right now, price of Gold has already touched the previous highs, which is the reason kind of why it stopped over here. Here was the previous highs back in 2014. Next stop where you possibly go is the next highs, and then you will go staggered along the way. The ultimate rejection area, if it does goes that high, is the lows that over here, which we have been talking about for quite some time. Here would be the ultimate rejection level, but I don't see Gold going up there too fast for the next couple of months to a year. So it's probably going to be more of a staggered movement, but as for now, it looks like for Gold it is in an uptrend. Okay, so this is for Gold. Next pair, USD SGDs, which is the dollar Sing. So dollar Sing itself, if I zoom out, what we can note is over here. Here was the previous uptrend of the dollar Sing. So ever since, which I plot a little trend line over here, ever since it broke the trend line on the weekly time frame, it has been a downtrend ever since. So price is now hovering in a downtrend, and which is in the recent last week itself, it did a close above the downtrend. So this could be the start of a new uptrend for the dollar Sing itself. And of course, the previous week itself, I talked about price getting rejected by the white line. So here was the point whereby after it broke through, it came down, it got rejected right line, it shot up. So price, after breaking through the trend line over here, it shot down, and where did it stop? Which is also the white line area, and this could be the area where price will start to do a little movement upwards itself. And I did mention also, if price do eventually breaks below the white line, and which is actually breaking through all my three lines over here, this is going to be a very strong downtrend for dollar Sing. But as for now, what we can see itself is here was a rejection, and price is now seems to be moving itself upwards. So this is dollar Sing. Next pair, GBP CHF. So GBP CHF again is pretty much the same movement. Here was the uptrend before that on the weekly time frame. Ever since it broke through the uptrend, it is now in a downtrend. So right now, price broke the downtrend 2 weeks back. So it make a official breakthrough, it hovered around, and last week itself it formed a weekly pin. So this is a good indication that price could be possibly be moving upwards, but still we will want to go to the lower time frame and wait for an official break above the high of the pin. So if I plot my line above the weekly pin high, and let's say I go over to the 1 hour time frame, so this is it. So let me adjust this a bit. Yeah, so if price do eventually close above the highest point of the weekly pin bar, so this could be a start of a nice movement upwards for GBP CHF. Okay, so next pair, the Nasdaq, which is more or less the same as the S&P 500 and overall the Dow Jones and all the overall stock market itself. So this was the 3 bars which I mentioned a couple of weeks back. So after breaking through, it shot up all the way. So where did it stop? I had this trend line a couple of weeks back as well. Here was the highs, and price by far tested the trend line but did not close above. So this is what has been holding it pretty well. So after breaking the bottom trend line, it is now in a downtrend ever since. So if we look at the moving average, here was the crucial moving average, the blue dotted line and my orange line. Price has been respecting this, and eventually after breaking through, it shot down all the way. So when price came back up, it tested the orange line again, and after breaking through, it shot up. So this time round, price broke through the trend line, the orange line once again, and therefore after breaking through, it shot down. Next stop, where did it stop, is the white line that we have, which is of no surprise. So here would be a crucial zone where we can expect price to retrace up. It will probably retrace up to the orange line and the blue Bollinger Band. And if it does get rejected over here with a nice selling signal, then we can take a selling trade over here. And the official indication where that price will continue its way downwards is after it breaks through this green bar low on the daily time frame itself, because this is the one that has been holding and price has been holding on the white line itself. So either way, I'll be looking to go short. So if price does retrace up and it does get rejected by these 2 lines over here, then I'll be looking to go for a trade downwards. Okay, last pair, the Euro JPY. So Euro JPY again has been making a lower lows. Here was the highs, it making a lower high, right? And then another lower high, a lower high, a lower high, here again, and here again. So which is a very clear thing that the Euro Yen is in a downtrend. So in the recent days or weeks, price has been making us multiple lows where it has really been testing. Here was the first low, second low, third low, fourth low. So it does look like price is trying to break its way downwards. So if we zoom in a little bit, last week itself, which is last Friday, it formed a little pin bar. So price is now looking to move up a little bit. But when price does close below the tail of this pin, then I'll be looking to go short and continue its movement downwards for Euro JPY. And here was the ultimate high, the crucial factor. If price does go up and break through this high, then we can expect an overall change for the Euro JPY from an overall downtrend into an uptrend. But as for now, it's still in a downtrend, and I'll be looking at this line very closely. So that's all for this week. And the last thing is I'll be closing my registration for my seminar on the 21st and 22nd of May, live in Singapore this week itself. So this is where I review my full system on what I teach and how do I trade exactly. So if you are interested, this is the last week of registration, and do check it out on my site at Asiaforexmentor.com. Alright, so that's all for this week. I'll see you all next week.